Adam Barbato from Every Kid Sports. It's an organization that helps kids from income-challenged families pay for their registration fees to play sports. Has a huge background as playing sports and working for different sporting clubs, universities, semi-pro, or no, minor league baseball. And so I give you Adam.
Thank you. See if I can get this thing working, but if not, then you guys can see my face the entire time.
It might have just gone to sleep. The TV.
There a remote control, you know?
I think it's on the podium.
Oh. All right. Usually I need the IT guy to help me with that. So first of all, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for the invite. My name is Adam Barbato, Director of Development for Every Kid Sports. Had the privilege of being with this organization for only 5 months. Up until one of the recent comments, I was excited to tell you guys that I'm from Ohio. But I am not a Buckeye fan, so hopefully that'll save me. No, I really do enjoy being around sports, and one of the things that Every Kid Sports does, we'll talk a little bit about who we are and our mission and everything, but the reason that I moved all the way out here from Ohio is really what Every Kid Sports does, and it's more than just providing opportunities to get kids on the field. It's about building communities. It's about helping families and helping kids interact and collaborate with community members. Just being a part of that has just been really exciting. So, talk a little bit about why we focus on youth sports. For me, I go back and I think about all the great times I had with my friends, my best buddies, who I literally was playing sports with. And I've done everything from ballet to football, so I love to try all different kinds of sports. I wanted to keep myself as active as possible, but some of the challenges with that are not every family has the financial resources to be able to pay with the increases in a lot of the registration fees that go along with a lot of the sports leagues. Almost 22% of kids are active right now in recreational youth sports, and think of how low that number really is, 22%. So 78% of kids really don't have the ability of participating in something that they might love, activities that they're really excited about because they see their friends and other family members who might be involved in them, because they just simply don't have the opportunity or the resources to be able to do that. So what Every Kid Sports was founded on, we were founded in 2010 out of Bend, Oregon. Formerly known as Kids in the Game, so I don't know if anybody might remember us from our beginnings. We went to a national platform about 4 years ago. We had an amazing partnership opportunity with Dick's Sporting Goods Foundation. Because of their generosity and their belief in our mission and their passion for sports, we were able to take this unique opportunity as a 501c3 and take that from Central Oregon nationwide. And that's what we've been doing for the past 4 years. I've only been here for a short time of that, but I can tell you that the team that we have is really the reason that that's been so successful. And that partnership has really helped us take that to the next level. So, youth sports, it's more than just what we see on the TV, right? It's really everything that it provides from an opportunity standpoint for youth development. We could sit here and talk for hours about the physical opportunities in terms of health, having players and everything like that, learn about, games and learning the rules of those. But I like to focus on more of the mental health initiatives for it, as well as what I've kind of called a cradle to career perspective, because it's an ongoing learning process. As kids are involved in sports, they are always more apt to being more aggressive with their studies. They want to be involved in more things in the community. All these things are really just starting to shine with us as we start to see new studies coming out on why this is benefiting kids. So yes, we would like to get them active. We would like to get them out on the field participating in sports that they love, but we really focus on what is it going to do for them through their entire lives, not just what is it going to do for 1 or 2 seasons. So I talked a little bit about what the problem is. Our mission, we help kids from income-restricted families. We want them to participate in sports so that they too can experience the positive benefits of playing. What we really focus on is we have a couple of key pillars that really fuel our organization. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. One of the things I'm most proud of this year is when we first started out as an organization, our applications were about 70% boys to 30% girls. This year we funded 50-50. We're seeing a really great growth in women athletics. It really is an awesome time for women in sports, you guys. So we're seeing that. We service a large portion of the BIPOC communities as well in the communities that we serve. And we're looking, like I said, youth development, cradle to career, not just focusing on, oh, hey, once you apply with us, you get one grant and that's it. You have the opportunity to apply up to 3 times a year per child for $150 per season. So that's the potential of $450 per child per year to be participating in youth sports. As our funding continues to grow, which is probably one of the reasons they brought me on, we hope to continue to increase that. I'll show you guys a couple of things that we were able to accomplish here in just a little bit. But here's what our solution was. Our founders all got together, and really they noticed this problem, you guys, because they were all youth coaches themselves, just in recreational leagues around Central Oregon, mostly around the Bend, Redmond area. And they noticed that this problem was, a lot of times when kids would be out there instead of on the field, they'd say, well, what can we do to get you guys involved? And then that's when the parents were like, well, we just really don't have the resources of being able to do this. Then our founders all got together and said, you know what, we want to do something about this to help these kids, to give them a level playing opportunity to get onto the field and play as well. How our program works, I told you guys $150 3 times a year. Through our signature program, which we call the Ever Kids Sports Pass, we support kids from ages 14 to 18 enrolled in Medicaid, SNAP, or WIC benefits. We do this for a couple of reasons. One, it's a really smooth application process. When people have the paperwork and everything, we try and make it as turnkey as possible. It usually only takes about 3 minutes for everybody to complete their application. From there, we don't want to make it complicated, like I've seen happen in a few leagues where you're like, yes, you're awarded this money, but you don't receive it for 2 weeks or even worse, a month. And sometimes those deadlines can pass. Our programs are able to get it into the money directly into the parents' hands within 3 to 5 business days. So that way they are able to use those funds to register their kids as quickly as they can. We work with a various array of different partners, you guys. Check is the partner that really helps us from a financial perspective, because what this does is instead of sending out checks like what I was talking about, we do this digitally through a platform that they partner with us on. What's really great about that is we're also able to control things, like if the league has certain restrictions or certain things that they want to see, we're able to help them with that. We're also able to make sure that each donation dollar that is given to us is going to its correct purpose. Because sometimes, there's certain situations where people got a donation, they might use it for things that were not intended. This makes it so our donors know that every dollar raised is going towards helping these kids being able to do their best ability to participate in sports. These are just some of the things that are what we feel are differentiators between us and some of the other youth organizations that do something similar to us. But we are the only national 501c3 in the entire country that does what we do. You may come across a couple of regional areas that have like a footprint or a model very similar to ours, but we are the only national footprint to date right now. And that's, we take a lot of pride in that. We want to, our biggest goal this year is we don't want people to sit over there and question what is every kid's sports. Even in our own backyards, a lot of people don't know who we are. Our executive director has said a couple of times that, you know, we're kind of the best kept secret in Bend. We don't want to be a secret. We want to be able to educate families on how they can take advantage of our funding. We want your kids to be out there playing. We want your families to be engaged with their communities, because that's what happens. When we all go out, we're watching our kids play, the community's out there as well. So it's also a community enhancer and a community builder. Just this past year, we helped almost 16,500 kids from around the country play youth sports. It was an amazing year for us. We have a lot of work to do, because this coming year we would like to support 25,000 kids in 2025 to have the opportunity to play sports. And with the dedication of a lot of our partners that are up there, we work with a lot of folks just within the communities. We have generous supporters and generous donors, you guys, who really make our job a pleasure, and you see it on the field, and you see it with these kids when they find out that I'm going to get the opportunity to participate in cheer. I get to do gymnastics. We even do, like, we've had kids that do horseback riding. There's so many different things. As long as it is a recreational youth sport that extends 4 weeks, you can apply for this funding. That's just a little bit more about our model that we've already kind of gone through, but I ask everybody if you remember what your favorite sports memory was, or it may not even been where you were on the field. It could have been something that you were involved with, maybe just with family and friends going to watch a sibling or a grandchild or somebody play. What was it that brought you that much joy? What we're trying to do is increase those opportunities for all the kids that we possibly can. Our motto is we think that every kid has the right to play sports. And we want to be sure that every kid that wants that or has the passion of doing it, that we can provide them with that opportunity. So that's a little bit about who we are. Hearing the fantastic work that you guys have done in the community, I was in awe of everything that the president was talking about. So I really appreciate even the opportunity to come and talk to you guys a little bit about this. Like I said, we're trying not to be the best kept secret anymore. We want to reach out to as many kids and as many families as possible. And when I first came on, we went national, and as you can imagine, going national, there's a lot of things going on. We have not forgotten our roots. We have some very important initiatives that are around Central Oregon specifically. One that we call Born in Bend, just because of where our office is. And this is catering to Central Oregon specifically. So we definitely don't want to forget where we came from. We're looking to enhance those opportunities as well as we continue to grow and help as many kids. In 5 years from now, I would love to be able to come back, look everybody in the eye, and tell you that we've reached what my goal and what our executive director has agreed with me on by helping support over 100,000 kids annually is where we want to be in 5 years.
So how many in Central Oregon? How many kids, and any in Redmond?
So in Central Oregon right now, we're about 1,000. We have a pretty aggressive goal to get it over the 2,500 for this year alone. And it starts with going out and doing things like these, which is why I was really excited to be able to come out and talk to you guys a little bit about this. So yes, we see that growing through Central Oregon and through the Redmond community as well. I also live in Redmond. I'm just right over by Ridgeview High School. So this is also a community that I'm really passionate about and seeing growth opportunity for our kids. Yes, sir.
You spoke of $150 3 times a year. How does that compare with the fees that a kid that is in one sport each term would be paying otherwise?
Yeah, we did that because what we found is that it really is the national average, is almost, most recreational use sports is around $150 for registration fees. Like when you're looking at baseball and football and some of the traditional ones, a lot of folks will sit over there and see how much those types of things cost, but that's not just, gymnastics is a very expensive sport. It's something that requires a lot of gym time, a lot of different training materials to it, so yeah.
Travel.
Yep, so the only thing that we have not gone into right now, but it's probably going to be a bit part of our model moving forward, maybe about 3 to 5 years down the line. We do cater specifically to recreational use sports. So travel ball right now is not really a funding source at this time. That's if I'd have to guess, that's going to change just because a lot of times the kids that we are servicing or supporting are going through and they discover that they really, really like a sport, and we don't want that to mean that we cut ties with that family altogether. We'd like to see what that means for their development all the way through their high school years.
Oh, another quickie. I happen to have a grandson that's playing lacrosse.
Oh, nice.
And my question is, do you have any idea how much his uniform costs?
Well, I know how much equipment for lacrosse and hockey costs because I have played both of those,
Okay.
and it is not cheap. Luckily, like some areas may have equipment set aside for their kids. Most do not. Sometimes helmets, you guys, are in the neighborhood from anywhere between $250 to $700, depending on the sport you're playing. In football alone, when I was working up at the University of Notre Dame, I used to work part of their equipment room. Per helmet was $750, and that's not painted. So sports in general are expensive. What we hope to do is, with our funding, give the family the opportunity where they can at least get registered, get involved into those leagues, so that way they have the opportunity to participate.
But there might still be expenses beyond the registration.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I've told some of our donors and some of our grantees and everything, there are some nonprofits out there that cater a little bit more to some of the equipment and everything as well. So they do very similar things to what we do. We focus more on the registration portion of it.
Other questions? Over
Yes,
here.
Sports like soccer sometimes come in under the $150 mark at the recreational league.
Mhm.
When that's done, does the surplus money come back to your organization, or does it go into like a slush fund that the civic center, the community organization can use to help other kids who need help?
Oh, that's a great question. It does come back to us. So any funds that are not used, or if registration fees are not to that $150 limit, it does come back over to us. That's one of the things that we also talk with our donors about, so that way it's not just sitting in some fund that we have not been involved with, or we have no idea where that money is going. Each and every dollar is accounted for when it comes through every kid's sports.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Well, I just was wondering, I just wanted to clarify the ages of the supporting the SNAP and the WIC. Is it 4 through 18 or 14 through 18?
4 through 18.
Yeah, 4 through 18.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, one final thing here. All right, here's a quote for you. One of my friends asked me why I pay so much for my kid who plays sports, right? So I have a confession to make. I don't pay for sports. I pay for the opportunities that sports provides my kid to develop attributes that will serve them throughout their lives. End of quote.
If anybody's ever interested in, we love all advocates, we love donors, obviously, but we love everybody who just is able to spread the mission of Every Kid Sports. And thank you guys for just an opportunity to once again be a great organization. Congratulations on all your guys' success and everything that you talked about. That's so awesome, and hopefully we can see some of you guys out on some of our things and see some of your kids out there.
Awesome.
I look, every day I'm looking for Gail